Justin Winstead, the Improver Coach, coming to you. And I had a conversation today with several business owners and leaders, and there was a question that we answered in this conversation. And I thought, you know what? I want to share that with some of the people that I'm connected with online and through social, because I know other people are dealing with this issue and that some of this information could be helpful. And the topic that we were really on broadly was the topic of virtual assistants. Have you ever used a virtual assistant, like an executive assistant? Have you ever encountered that? If so, like, comment below or email me or reach out and say, hey, here was my experience. I always love hearing stories about what people experience with their VA. But the part that I really want to share with you today was the idea of, like, well, what kind of tasks do they really do? You know, high-performing leaders many times have this ego thing where we think that the stuff that we do, no one can do it as good as us. And so we find ourselves shouldering more and more weight as the business grows. And a lot of that is just pride, thinking that we're the only ones that can handle it. But at some point, the pride is outweighed by the pain, because it just hurts to carry the load of all of the stuff that has to get done to run a successful business. And so when you think about those pain areas, sometimes those areas are contain tasks that an assistant can help you with. And that's where you can really get creative and enlist the help of a VA. And so if you need a little bit of a category to help you think through what those areas might be or the kind of tasks, one of the things I found that has been helpful is Michael Hyatt's Freedom Compass. He's actually got a book that you can find about hiring your world-class assistant. And in that book, he references the Freedom Compass, which comes from another book called Free to Focus. And one of the things I like that he has in there is this idea of spending time in your desire zone. And that's really where you want to be at work. Your desire zone is that wonderful marriage of, man, I'm doing work that I'm really good at. This is where I find excellence. He calls it your proficiency area. So your proficiencies, but then it's combined with the things that are your passions that you just love doing, that fuel your emotional tank. You know, Pat Lencioni in the Working Geniuses, he talks about your genius area being the things that you're really competent at, but they also give you energy and joy in your work. This is the same idea here. And that's where you want to be in your job. Like, we were created and made to do work, but we should be doing work that energizes us and inspires us and fills our tank, but that also we're proficient at, and that there's a legit need in the market and we can deliver that in an efficient and effective way. So that's the desire zone. But the flip of that, I think, is really helpful when you think about a VA. The flip of that is the drudgery zone. And the drudgery zone is where you're doing work that you kind of stink at. You're not great at it, if you're honest, and maybe you don't even know. It could be a blind spot where you think you're good at it, but you're not. But you're not great at it. And you know what? You don't even really like it. It's not work that is exciting to you. It's work that just drains you. That is your drudgery zone there. And guys and gals, let me tell you, your drudgery zone is full of tasks that many times a VA can help you with. And if you will delegate that to them and then use your energy, your time, and your focus on the tasks that are in your desire zone, many times you're going to get a great return on your investment, because your ego many times is keeping you doing work that's below the value that you actually bring to the market. And what I mean by that is, some of you out there, maybe you make $200 to $300 an hour, or $2,000 to $3,000 an hour is your real value to the marketplace, yet you are doing work that is $12 or $13 an hour, or $20 or $30 an hour. So you're doing 1/10 of the value that you actually bring. You're doing that kind of task, and you're not that great at it, and you're not excited about it. That doesn't make any sense. Leader, business owner, entrepreneur, let's think about this. If you're getting paid to bring X value to the market, and you can do that in things that you're great at and you love doing, why wouldn't you spend your time in that zone, in that area of responsibility. So here's the task that you can do. Is look at how you've spent your time this week, the past few weeks, and start writing down all of the tasks that you can remember. Look at your schedule, look at your to-do list, look at the things you've accomplished, look at the things you still need to get done. Start getting a feel for the repetitive tasks that you can do. And then imagine that the pandemic has begun again, right? Oh man, that's kind of sinking. We don't really want to think about that. But rewind the clock. Remember when we were all working remotely? How many of those tasks that you wrote down, that you typed, that you look at it and go, man, these fall in my drudgery zone. How many of those can also be done remotely? Those are incredible tasks for a VA. So look, go and do this. Go find you a VA. There's tons of services that are out there that you can do. I'll share our service with you. It's Hire Culture. And I love this service because it's so much about not just getting someone to be a task doer, but someone who matches your culture and someone who's growing and that they're learning and developing. And there's a certain type of leader, that a certain type of assistant that we're looking to match with the leader at Hire Culture. So our sister company, Hire Culture, can help you in this area. And so let us know if you want us to help you find an assistant to help you with these tasks. Not only do we help you find them, we help you interview them, we help you onboard them, and then we maintain that relationship through ongoing feedback, support, communication, conflict, performance, whatever the issues are. We walk alongside with you in managing that virtual assistant so that you can leverage your time in the most efficient way possible. Think about it. We can get you an excellent virtual assistant for $10, $15, according on what tasks need to be done, $20, $25 an hour. And then you can go and redeploy those hours in a way that's more fulfilling and more profitable for you. So drop me a note, send me a message, get in touch if you are interested in one of our virtual assistants, hirecultureva.com. Or if you want to know more just about this leadership topic and how we train and work with teams and growing them to greater purpose and productivity, improvergroup.com. Let's get in touch. I'm Justin the Improver. Hopefully this has been helpful. Stay good. Keep getting better.